Hello, welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to be showing you how to work on one of the most exciting things on your website. The first thing that people see, and that's the content slider on your website. Okay? And this is the slideshow that will go through and show people on your website. It'll show them the most important things you have going on your website. Here's a particular site. Here is a slideshow that we have going on here with different information. Different text can be there as well. We can have a stationary area as well. That'll be a stationary content slider with just an image behind it as well. But a lot of times we like to have some kind of a banner that's rotating through the website, and that's what we're going to show you how to build today. So go ahead and go to your home page, click on the BRN Web Page Builder. And once you're on that page, whether you have an existing layout or not, either way, go ahead and just add a new row on the top of the website up near the navigation bar. So you might have content below this, and that's okay. So once you're there, once that row is in place, the first step is to click on the blue wrench tool right here on the row itself. Change the width to full width, and also change the content to full width. And that's going to allow the slide to go all the way across the page. If you want it to be a centered slideshow, you can also do that by just leaving the width as fixed, and then the slideshow will be centered in the page. But if you want it to go all the way across and be a nice full page slideshow, that's how we do that. Then we come to the advanced button, and there's only one other little thing we need to change. We need to put zeros in for the padding around this slideshow. If we don't, there's going to be about 20 pixels padding all the way around it, and most of the time we do not want that. So go ahead and zero the paddings out and then click Save. And now the row is ready for us to add the content slider to it. So as soon as we do that, go to Add Content, come down to Advanced Modules, and then go ahead and drag and drop the content slider right into that row and let go. Here you can adjust all the fancy settings of the content slider. You can change the content slider's height if you would like, to however many pixels high you would like it to be. You can adjust autoplay, you can adjust the delay, you can also adjust how you would like the transition to be between the slides. If you want them to slide from left to right, you can do that. Or you can choose fade if you want them to fade as well. You can adjust the transition speed, you can show arrows on the side of the slideshow if you would like. You can also show dots under it if you would like as well. And then those dots would be under the slideshow. Okay, so that's the general settings. We need to come secondly to the Slides tab on the top. We have slide 1 here. We'll go ahead and click Edit Slide. This will be our first slide. Let's go ahead and just call this slide 1. And that's just for air purposes so we know what it is. Okay, let's choose the kind of background we want. Let's just upload a picture of this little boy here from a recent trip we took. Go ahead and put it in here. Okay, and then we can also adjust, what mobile would look like if we wanted to. If we wanted to adjust a different picture for mobile. So go ahead and click Save. Okay. And then the only other thing we need to do, because there's a little bit of border around him, is come to Advanced and zero these out as well. Go ahead and zero out the margins around this content slider. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and click Save here. And you're going to notice that gives me a very nice content slider along the top of my website. Right now there's one picture. I can add more pictures if I would like to by clicking the blue wrench tool on the content slider at any time. I can come in here and I can click Edit this slide again. If I like to put a little bit of text on top of it, I can do that by adjusting the content layout here. We did the background earlier. Now we're going to do the layout. We can just do that as text. Okay, and we can just add some. We can just add some very basic text here. If I want this centered on the page, I can center that on the page. You can also toggle the toolbar down, and you can adjust how big you would like that text to be. Okay, let's make it 18 pixels. And this takes a little bit of playing with until you're comfortable with what you would like. Now the heading, we need to style that on the next tab, okay? So this will be our text. We can come to the style button here. We can choose the heading type. We're going to make it an H1, make it big. You can make it a custom size if you want. H1 is going to default and be 24 pics. But let's say we want to make it 32, just to make it extra big, okay? We can also change the text position and make it center if we would like. We can make it left or right. We can get really fancy and adjust other things down through here, the width, the margins around the text. We can also adjust text colors. I'm going to go ahead and turn on text shadow because it really makes the text come off of that, okay? You can add a background behind the text if you would like. So let's go ahead and click save and click save again. Okay. Now obviously this text needs a little bit of work. But we're getting there on what we would like to go. I'm going to come back to content slider. Come back to the slide again. Okay. Let's go ahead and up it here to 50. Okay. And let's go ahead and up this to maybe 24. Okay. And I want to come back to the style. You know what? It seemed a little bit close on the top, so I'm going to go ahead and add 175 pixel margin on the top. Okay. Let's go ahead and click save again, and let's see what that does. Now, obviously, that makes it a ton bigger. And you know, it really depends making sure you have the right photo for the right slide. So for this particular one, you know what I'm probably going to do? I'm going to tell the font I want it to be left aligned. And I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to left align this. So that would probably look better on this photo. Something similar to that. Maybe try to get it in this top corner. So you kind of have to play with the paddings around the text to put it where you want it on the slide itself. Okay. And that's how you add text on top of a slide. And now I can come back to the slide. I can get a little bit fancier. We can also do a call to action. So if we want to do a call to action and link it to the contact page, just click the select button right here and start typing contact. Go ahead and select contact. And I want to go ahead and add it as a button here. Okay. And we'll kind of fancy here. Let's see what this turns out to be. Okay. Now we have a contact us button under the tab. I'm just going to come and play a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and you know what? I don't want that much padding on the top. So let's go ahead and reduce the padding. We can have welcome to our site and contact us right here. And when they click the contact us button, when we're outside of the editor, it's going to take them to the contact page. So you can do all kinds of neat things with your banner. From contact buttons, what we would call a call to action feature. You can adjust the style of the text. You can also adjust what it looks like on mobile. So maybe on mobile you want there to be another photo that you use. Or maybe you don't want to use anything at all. Maybe you just don't want this to show up on mobile. You can do that as well. Now you can also get just a little bit fancier inside of the graphics part of it. I'm going to go ahead and remove the call to action here for a moment. And I'm just going to kind of simplify it back down to where all we have is just the banner. And we can actually put in a PNG layer on top of this banner. So we could come back into the slide itself. And we could design a PNG layer over in Photoshop if we would like to. And we can actually have the background photo here. And we can put a PNG layer on top. So let me show you like what we did on a particular website here just a moment. On this particular website, we have a background inside of this site. So this is the background photo. It's the plant's home, the little growing plant. Okay, and we went ahead and in Photoshop designed just this little graphic. We made it a PNG, so it had no background to it. And we just basically designed this little background, this little graphic, you know, with the grow, put a little bit of a glow behind it. And we have that as a PNG file as well. And we can actually put in that actual graphic into into the site itself if we want to. And that can be added in as a layer itself, just simply by going to text and photo and then selecting the photo, and then we could add in a layer of whatever we would like to. So we could select a file that we have and go ahead and add that file into our system. Okay, so it works pretty easily. Be able to drag and drop things into here, but you can actually drag and drop your PNG file directly in here, and then you can position it on top of the background as you desire. If that's a little bit advanced, let me know if you have any questions on that. We can definitely show you how to work with that. Just getting the photo in there, and then if you want to add a second layer on top of it, that really brings a lot to the website. Not everyone wants to do that, but if you do, this is just a separate PNG layer setting on top of this slideshow. And once again, this PNG layer can be made inside of Photoshop really easily. The key is keeping the background transparent to where this is all you have, and then that can be added in there. So let us know if you have any questions, and we can also build those for you as well if you need us to. We can come up with your themes and things like that and build those onto the site for you. So you can do that just by changing the text and photo and selecting the photo. You don't have any text at all, just choose the photo, or you can just choose simply text and then put whatever text you would like to into the site. If you want to add another slide, just click the Add Slide tab and then click Edit Slide. Now I want to show you something really neat. If you're like me and you get the first slide designed perfectly and you're happy with it, just click the little duplicate tool over here, and then it's going to be the same slide for number 2, but you can change the picture, change the slide name, change the picture out, put some text in there, and then you have slide number 2. And if you ever want to rearrange these guys, just simply use the drag and drop tool, and you can rearrange your slides however you would like to. You can also delete slides at any time. As well. So, and then what's really nice, the slideshow will become responsive as the website changes shape. So as the website is bigger and smaller, it'll become responsive to sites and to mobile devices and browsers. Now, if you're using mobile and we're using the fancy the PNG layers, we're going to have a separate video that'll show you how to do that. But in that video, we're going to show you how to also add the entire slide to the mobile tab, which will also work on mobile devices. Okay, so that's the content slider. Let me know if you have any questions. We can help you with anything that you need on that as well. Once again, create your row, make sure it's full width, and then go ahead and zero out the paddings. Then go ahead and add the content slider into here. Adjust whatever settings you would like. Come to advanced, zero out the margins. Okay, and then go ahead and start adding your slides. Just choose an awesome background picture, put it in there, and then if you want to put some text on top of it, you can play with text on top of that. It's a little bit difficult if you were to have an image that already has text in it. Sometimes it doesn't size right, because these images, what they will do is these images will size accordingly as you move the screen around. The images will do that as well, and they will auto size as you move the screen around. So if you have text on there, sometimes that text might be moved off of the screen, off of the banner area, if that makes sense. It can be jostled around and not look right. So it's best to always put text in a separate layer on top of the background as a PSD. And we can help you if you have any questions with that. This is really where website design is going. Everything is basically changing from professional graphics to being more picture oriented with text on top of them. Let me show you a very popular site that uses this feature. Okay, for example, here is a background with simple text on top of it, and this is really where modern design is going. This is a church called Lancaster Baptist Church in California, and you can see how web design is changing and how it's going. This type of design is where we have text on top of the backgrounds, and you can see you could easily build a site very similar to this. If you would like, you could add a row in here and have this photo be your background. You could put the text in here inside of our text tool, or you can even say this is a PNG text if you want to and put it in there, either way. But you can actually put this text in and put a drop shadow behind it. You can have a 3-row column here and have 3 callouts across there. You can also have a row in here with a light gray background. Have a photo there. We also have a tool that will give you a circle for your photo. You can use your buttons for callouts as well, all the way down through, even into your footer. We also have a tool that'll let you embed videos into the site, so you can embed your video right into there by using our video tool. And then you can also, design your footers however you would like to. Some people like footers with lots of navigation in them. That's very nice. I'm going to show you a quick site that we're in the process of building at the moment for a church. We have all the things in here. We have the call out buttons. We have our background here. We have service times in here. But you can also see we're using the widget area here as well above the footer to go ahead and add a column in here, which we have 5 column across. And we can have links and things like that, as well as social media buttons on the bottom. So let us know if you have any questions. The sky's really the limit as you begin to design and play with your site. You're thinking down the road. Look and see what you like on other websites, and you can integrate it into yours. That's how the content area works on the website, the content slider. Once again, start with a photo background and then determine if you want to put text on there, that you can play with that text, or if you want to put an actual PNG on there. We're going to be sending you another video as well that will show you how to add a PNG layer onto the top of the banner. We're going to show you how to build that in Photoshop and how to put it up. So let us know if you have any questions. Thanks again for watching.